Ben Huber has never been a stranger to hard work. After working his way through college and earning degrees from Montana Tech and Stanford University, in 1965, Ben brought his business, Explosive Technology, to Fairfield, California, building pyrotechnic devices for jet fighters, missiles, and space shuttles. Fortunately for Solano County, Ben and his wife Margaret would make this community their home for more than 50 years. As longtime supporters of Travis Air Force Base and the military community, Ben's efforts would soon extend into the public arena.
He was just such an asset to the community. He's just a true visionary. And if you're not making decisions 20 years in advance of the development, you're behind the times.
As a Fairfield City Councilman from 1976 to 1986, and Vice Mayor for much of that time, Ben brought an innovative approach to the development of the region.
I always consulted with Ben Huber because he had that business sense and wherewithal just to ultimately decide and vote in what was the best interest of the total community.
His influence has helped bring businesses such as the Solano Mall and Jelly Belly Candy Company to the county.
He was involved with the Chamber of Commerce when I was there, the Solano Economic Development Corporation. He really was a leader in the community.
In 1980, Ben's journey in healthcare began with Intercommunity Hospital as chairman of the newly founded Development Council. Right from the start, Ben would be a champion for community participation. We all have to get involved in making sure this emergency department is the best there is. We have to think of this as our hospital, and we have to support it to make sure it's the best.
From fundraising to buildings to service line development, Ben has laid a foundation that permeates through the veins of our health system.
So I first met Ben, it was at a management team meeting back 30 years ago. He was just the kindest, most compassionate, caring individual. And I knew at that time his presence was going to make a difference, that we were going to continue to grow from a small intercommunity hospital to something bigger and greater than that.
For more than 37 years, Ben has generously given his time, energy, and passion to improving the wellness of Solano County.
He believed that our community deserved a healthcare system that was for everyone in the community and that all services could be provided so people didn't have to travel away from home.
Serving as chairman and director of multiple boards at NorthBay Healthcare, his stewardship and vision has made a lasting impact on the community.
He has provided an even hand, wisdom. Because of his attitude, Ben's leadership, and his quiet approach to handling circumstances, we have very good board members. They are very committed. They have participated for many, many years, and they are all extremely pleased to help NorthBay.
Through the 1980s, as Intercommunity Hospital became NorthBay Healthcare, Ben's leadership, alongside other pioneers, helped bring Vacaville its first hospital. A helipad was made possible in Fairfield, and the first cancer center arrived in Solano County. In the early 90s, Ben would oversee the Capital Campaign, which proved to be a turning point for the future of healthcare in the community.
The 1991 fundraising campaign was really crucial to the development of what we now know as NorthBay Medical Center. We needed to complete the financing by having some fund development, and Ben took the reins of that committee. He opened doors for NorthBay. Ben knew everyone, and when Ben went to ask these people to participate and help NorthBay with this fund development of this new building, it was hard for people to say no. We received, at that time, the biggest single gift we'd ever received, and that was from Anheuser-Busch.
We donated $200,000 to the expansion, and that was the biggest donation to the hospital or the community through that period of time. Because of Ben, it made it a lot easier to be participants at a high level.
He was very successful. We had to keep raising our goal for that campaign because he kept meeting it. And by the end of it, it made a significant difference in terms of our ability to deliver the amenities and the services that we wanted to in that new building.
Altogether, Ben's efforts raised $1.6 million. Helping the new facility include a larger maternity unit, a state-of-the-art critical care unit, and brought significant advancements to the neonatal intensive care unit.
And that led to taking a little 3-bed intensive care nursery and turning it into a 16-bed, state-of-the-art intensive care nursery. We knew when we opened those doors in December of 1992 that it was the best unit. And again, I bring that all back to Ben's leadership.
Serving as chairman of the NorthBay Healthcare Corporation Board of Directors from 2005 to 2017, Ben's involvement continued to help elevate healthcare services for the area, with each achievement building upon the one before.
Today, we are the most sophisticated healthcare delivery system in Solano County.
We're locally based, locally managed, and locally governed. And because of that, we bring services to Solano County that no one else will bring.
We have become a place where from the moment you are born, you can receive the care you need. You can get your cardiac care. You can get your neurosurgical care.
We have access to high-quality medical care, a trauma center that is second to none, and our caregivers are second to none.
Today, NorthBay Healthcare is a realization of many leaders who, like Ben, have made the mission of advanced medicine, compassionate care, close to home, a central part of their purpose.
If you're going to establish your roots someplace, it's not just that you do well, it's that you and the community and the people and everybody around you does well.
You know, I've thought a lot about Ben the last couple of days because my daughter-in-law gave birth to twin boys. I had to spend 5 days at NorthBay Medical Center because they had some birth problems. They were a little premature. This is the building that Ben Huber made possible by his fundraising prowess. Ben, you gave my twin grandsons a good start in life. And there are a lot of other people that owe their good health to the long-time efforts of Ben Huber. So to Ben and Margaret, thank you so much for all that you've done for this community, for all you've done for NorthBay Healthcare. And as Ben said to me many, many times, to be continued.
In 1980, Ben said, if you want a great health system, get involved, and get involved is exactly what he did. Our goal is to maintain the independence that this health system has enjoyed for over 60 years. This is what Mr. Huber, along with all the other pioneers of NorthBay, has strived for in the decades and decades of dedicated service. I challenge each of you to continue the legacy, whether it is giving your time or your service or the gift of money. We all must come together to leave our community in a better place than we found it. And that's what Ben has done, along with many leaders of the NorthBay Healthcare System.